It's Wednesday, my dudes.
Welcome to another video. Today we are putting tiers right where they belong, on the ban list. Opponent going first, playing Tearlaments. Opponent is going to do some Tearlament things. All right, you know what? Tearlaments, and I've said this to you before. All right, if you watch my channel, Tearlaments, everyone says they're OP, they're tier 1. But even tier 1 decks sometimes have a clunky start. Maybe they have a Havness in hand, but right now they're not fusing. We're going to take advantage of that. We got two beautiful babies to get popping. Let's activate our boy. This is how you ban Tearlaments. True King Lissogram the Disaster. Pop 2 Earth Monsters, you get to ban Tearlaments. Opponent hitting us with the Max C. You go for it, opponent. You go for it. Let's get popping. Pop 2 babies. And now we get to look at our opponent's extra deck and banish all the cards from it that we want. But I can't show you the extra deck right now because the replays. So I'll show you the extra deck in a little cutaway. Alright, let's take a look at our opponent's extra deck. They're playing Caliga, very rude. They're playing Shadow Winda, extremely rude. Limiting summonings to 1, limiting monster effects to 1. They got a Kick Kalos, they got Dracosopelia, they got Rukolos, and look at all these 1-ups. We can ban any card we want from this extra deck, but we're going to ban the most impactful cards. Alright, let's go back to the game. That's right, we banned Rukolos, we banned Winda, and we banned Kick Kalos. Opponent, Tearlaments are banned. Opponent not giving up though. We got 2 babies to pop. Opponent is going to get quite a few cards from this. Just kidding. Opponent negating our baby. Apparently they don't want the cards. Alright, you know what? That's fine. 1 fewer card for you, opponent. Your Max C. We got a lot of ways to search this listogram, so stick around. I'll show you how to make sure you always get him. And going second, you know, is less effective against the Tearlaments. But you go first, ban their Tearlament cards, they're going to be having a bad time. We got the Halio. Level 1 tuner dinosaur. Lets us make the Supreme Sovereign or a Baron, but we're about to banish some cards. Giving our opponent 1,000,000 cards. You know what? They went first. Let's do it dinosaur style. Dinosaur style, banish their field. Get rid of that. Keldo. We're going to teach him a dino lesson. We're going to ban Tearlaments, and then we're going to ban our opponent. Let's activate our Draconic Diagram. This is at 1. Limited to 1, but we got a lot of ways to find it. Let's activate, pop our baby dinosaur, get another True King. Pop our baby dinosaur, dinosaur gets us a Giant Rex, and these monsters can't attack because Petit Pteranodon says they can't attack. So we're gonna XE these away into a Lagia. Opponent, hope you enjoy all those cards when you're in the graveyard. Haha, get them. Alright, let's go on to the next game. If you're enjoying the sweet salty Tearlament tears, well, stick around. We got quite a few more, and I'll have the full deck list at the end of the video. And make sure you subscribe, because you know this sort of hatred, this sort of cleansing, this sort of banning you only see on this channel. Let's make a nice little egg. Lost World, give our opponent an egg. Opponent, you're gonna love that. You're gonna love that egg. Take care of it. Search for a Babysaurus, and let's get popping. Pop the listogram, pop the baby. Banish our opponent's monsters. What do you got? Tearlaments banned, Kaleido banned, Rukolos, Kikkalos banned. Hope you enjoy playing with your Tearlaments banned opponent, as they should be. Opponent is ashing our dinosaur. That's okay, we don't need him. We're going to activate Oviraptor, pop our egg. And the fun part about popping the egg, Havness, you can't do anything, alright? You can't do anything, tears are negated. They sent, take a look here, what they sent to the graveyard. Keldo, Egito, those don't matter. Those don't matter to us. Fun thing about the Lost World, when you activate your Soul Eating Oviraptor, or if you just attack the egg, you can choose, because it's a normal monster, if a normal monster would be destroyed, you can choose to destroy a monster from your deck instead. So we popped the egg, and we actually just popped up a baby from our deck, so we get the baby search. Baby gonna special summon. Opponent activating their Egito. Gonna mill a bunch of cards. Alright, you mill as many cards as you want, opponent, because you're not making any Tearlaments. Get our Babysaurus onto the field. Opponent very annoyingly hit our Alio. We would have preferred that to be in the deck because we were planning on getting it from the deck, but that's okay. Opponent getting their searches with the Tearlament spells. You go for it, opponent. You get all the Tearlament cards you want because you aren't making Tearlaments. Tearlaments are banned. You didn't get the memo. Let's finish making our Dino board, and you know, a lot of Dino players do long Dino combos with the Scrap Raptor. I'm not a fan. I just don't like it. I don't like those combos. I think they're vulnerable, and I think they take too long to do. My combo, summon Ultimate Tyrando, flip their monsters face down. That's what I like to do. Let's make the Abyss Dweller. Just make sure we're safe from Tearlaments. Probably should have summoned this in attack mode, but it's okay. Let's activate. Negate the graveyard. Stop her from summoning anything. Opponent is making a Earth Charmer. Gonna try and steal our Dinosaurs. No, stealing the Lissogram. Opponent trying to get revenge. Dino flip face down. We're gonna pop our own Abyss Dweller because it was gonna get attacked over by this Link monster anyway. Can't flip him down. Was that a mistake? Konami making things unbookable? Forever putting Book of Moon on the do not play list. Opponent making a Sprite Elf. Are they gonna go for excess code? Set in a card. Looks like no. Pass into us. Alright, well now, Ultimate Conductor is going to teach him a lesson. Ultimate Conductor can attack a defense position monsters, burn our opponent for 1,000, and send them directly to the graveyard, and it can attack each monster our opponent controls. Opponent is banishing. After we already activate our Misk, opponent, what are you doing? Banishing the Abyss Dweller. That's not going to matter. It's Dino time. You're over. Give him a nice, cute, beautiful egg. Have your egg, opponent. Take care of this egg. Nothing bad should happen to it. Let's pop the egg. Actually popping a baby from the deck. Summon another dinosaur. Summon another dinosaur. And opponent sees Lethal is on the board. And they are out of here. It's beautiful. I love it. Sending tears straight to the graveyard. Alright. You know, I was enjoying playing Tearlaments, but I think it's time for them to be put on the ban list. And that's why we're doing this. We're playing Dinosaurs, and we're putting Tears on the ban list now. Look at this hand. We already have the Draconic Diagram in hand, but if we didn't, we got a triple Foolish Burial Goods and a Terraforming to search it. And this is going to let you search your Lithogram. That means we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ways to get Lithogram in hand. Rainbow Bridge, add a beautiful Crystal Beast, and a field spell. We're going to add the Lost World. But the great thing about this, if you get the Foolish Burial Goods and use Rainbow Bridge, it adds an Earth monster to your hand. So you only need to have one baby in hand. You send Foolish, and your Lissogram is going to get you where you're going. So let's activate Fossil Dig. Get ourselves another baby in hand. Activate the Draconic Diagram. Pop a baby in our hand. Get the Lissogram. Get a free summon. Get our Soul Eating Oviraptor. And now, opponent negating. Have you read Misk, opponent? Let's find out. Dino's protected. Imperm does not do anything. Add that Petit Pteranodon to hand. And now, let's get banning Tears. Boom. Tears banned. Kick Kaleidoheart, Rule Kolos. Kick Kolos straight to the ban list. It's Dino time. We've been sent back in time, or forward in time. Time traveling dinosaurs. We're going to get 2 dinosaurs to the field. An opponent. Tears are banned, and they're crying all the way home. Connection failed. They rage quit. Tears are banned, and they rage quit. Alright, let's go on to some real game. Now that we put Tearlaments on the ban list, I think it's only fair that we play some non-tier decks. Because, you know, even though it's tier 0, everyone's playing tiers, there are a lot of non-tier decks out there. Let's get our Miscellaneousaurus. Activate. Protect our dinosaurs. Banish them from the graveyard to get a Archosaur. Archosaur going to pop a dinosaur in our hand to search for the Double Evo Pill. Link him off into Link Karibo. This is to get materials in the graveyard. Link the Karibo into Secure Gardena. Now we have a dinosaur and a non-dinosaur in our graveyard, so we can activate our Evo Pill. Banishing the Dino and non-Dino. Get us the Ultimate Conductor from deck. And Giant Rex, when he's banished, comes back to the field. Lets us do a level 4 XC. Making the nice Lagia. Lagia is the one that negates monster effects. Now, just kidding. Lagia is the one that negates spell effects. This is the better one. If you're choosing on a blind board which one to make, I used to, when I was starting to play, I played the Dalka. negates monsters. It can activate twice per turn because that's 2 materials, not a once per turn effect. But I found that Lagia is better. You always kind of want the spell negate. It's what I've discovered. Opponent. Activate a pot. Now, obviously, we are going to ash this. Don't want our opponent drawing 2. Pot of Greed? I don't think so. And this is why Konami could unban Pot of Greed and it would be fine. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Terraforming. I'm going to search for a Labyrinth. Now, we could negate this, but why negate this when we can negate the traps? Opponent summoning. Ariana. Ariana's going to set a trap to the field. We're just going to negate this. Get negated, Ariana. Opponent set 2. And it's our turn again. Alright. Opponent welcome Labyrinthing. Now we have a choice. We could activate our miscellaneous source, except Konami, why can't I activate it? Konami would not let me. I don't know why. Is it because my toggle's off? Is there some effect stopping me from activating in response? I don't see it on the field. So who knows? But Konami didn't let us activate. And that means our ultimate conductor gets popped. Alright. Alright, that's fine. Banishing our Overraptor from hand, or popping our Overraptor from hand. That's fine. You know what? We got a second one. Special summon. Opponent hit us with the Solemn. Alright, well, Miss can't negate that. Banishing our Giant Rex gives us another summon, and we have 2 monsters on field. What are we doing? What are we doing? What's the play here? Well, we're going to take advantage of some very little known effects. We're going to attack with Ivysaur Logia. He gets popped. You're thinking, what is that? That was some sort of mistake? What's wrong with you? Well, you got to read the fine print. We're going to XC into Abyss Dweller, and we're going to make a Zeus. A lot of people don't know this, but Zeus's summoning condition is just that an XZ monster attacked this turn. Battled this turn, actually. So if your opponent has an XZ, you can attack into it, summon your Zeus. Attack with another XZ, summon your Zeus. Doesn't need to be the monster that you turn into the Zeus. Alright, opponent, you have your turn back. We're going to learn about another of Zeus's effects, I think. Opponent is activating a pot. Drawing 2. Zeus has a lot of words. You see, people only know he wipes the field, but he does all sorts of other things. Opponent going to battle. Popping our Secure Garden. Opponent, what are you doing? That's a mistake. Zeus has another effect. If a card's destroyed, you can attach a card from your hand, deck, or extra deck to this card as material. Even the extra deck, that's such nonsense. We're going to add a Lithogram, just because that's the flavor of the deck. Let's wipe the field. No traps are activating right now. Field is clean. Zeus is doing his job, and we have 2 more materials. Fossil Dig, great draw. Let's start with the Misc though. Banish 4. Get ourselves Oviraptor. Giant Rex comes back to the field, and Giant Rex, love this card. This is just classic dinos. This is like what the dino list was like before all the nonsense with Scrap Raptor. Alright, let's get the Fossil Dig. We still got our normal summon. Let's summon the Misc. Make the Dolka. And we got easy lethal. Get in with our dino boys. Finish them with the Zeus. Love to see it. Let's go on to the next game. Alright. We're back with Dinosaurs. We are banning Tearlaments. Luckily, we don't have our ban list active right now, but it looks like opponent's hitting us with Ash. Opponent? Ash negated. We'll see if this is Tearlaments, and we needed to ban them and we made a mistake, not drawing the right cards. We'll see if our opponent's playing something more fun. Raptor, gonna get us the Misc. Opponent hitting us with the Maxi. Alright, you know what? What I always say. You have a Maxi, you're not summoning anything. Sometimes the right play is do nothing. Don't give him any cards. Opponent, what do you got? It's Overraptor versus the world. Looks like our opponent is playing Rickas, which means they're going to start tributing our monsters. Very rude opponent. Opponent pedaling. Pedal going to add the Ricka Fairy. And opponent at any point could choose to tribute. There you go. Tributing our Overraptor. 2 search for Mudan. Getting a Ricka Sheep. Making a Sunvalon Dryas. Are they going to go full tree combo? Looks like no. They don't have the Locust. No Locust means no Wombo combos. And this board is pretty weak for Rickas. I'm pretty sure they could have activated that search. Oh no, they already activated a Glamour. So that's why. Now they could have tributed our monster with the Glamour and searched for 2 plant monsters. That probably would have been better, but I'm not playing the deck for our opponent. It's our turn now. Let's take care of things. Dino style. Start by activating Misk. Banish him from the graveyard. Get ourselves the Archosaur. Pop the baby. Get the double Evo pill. Popped baby is going to summon the Oviraptor, going to activate. Opponent trying to do some things here. They're tributing our Archosaur and trying to steal our Oviraptor. Well, opponent, have you read Misk? You can't do it. Unaffected. And now opponents use their tribute. It was time to clean up. Let's make the Giant Rex. Nightmare Phoenix gonna let us discard a card. Let's discard one of these useless Evo pills. Pop this field spell. No field spelling for you. Get our boy, Ultimate Tyranno. Get back the Giant Rex. Pop our baby. Flip him face down. Baby pop gives us another Misk. Opponent, that's with a Nibiru. Opponent, have you read Misk? Misk says our dinos are unaffected by activated effects. Nibiru does nothing to the dinosaurs. This is like opposite of real life. Now, get ourselves a token. Let's activate the double Evo pill. Summon a second one.
Another one.
Second conductor. Go to battle. Attack. Pop the face down. Pop the Nibiru. Deal 3,500 damage. And these boys can't attack because we summoned them with Petit Pteranodon. Big oops. Evosaur Logia on the field could have dealt a little bit more damage. But you know what? We're not here to do damage. We're here to negate things and summon dinosaurs. An opponent can't handle it. They are out of here. Alright. Well, it's not all fun and rainbows in Dinosaur World. Let's go on to the next game. Let's go. We got a great hand. Except this is not great. But we have a way to search for our lithogram. If we draw another Earth monster, that would be real nice. We can pop a card in our hand, summon the lithogram, ban Tears. But our opponent's going first. And opponent's playing Tears. Opponent has the Primeval Planet. Okay, you know what? This is fine. We practiced for this. Maybe they won't summon all their Tears. Maybe we can ban some of their Tears that are still left in the extra deck. And then we summon our Ultimate Tyranno. And we, attack all their monsters. Ban their Tears. And we're in a great spot. We got lots of spells. Lots of nice spells to activate. We got Call By to negate some graveyard cards. This Rainbow Bridge is better off in the deck. But you know what? We can handle it. Maybe we can make a Link 2 Nightmare, discard a card, pop the Primeval Planet, opponent milling a bunch of stuff. We got a Misk in the graveyard, which is nice. It's 2 Misks even. So maybe we can activate those if our opponent forgets to make a Abyss Dweller. Looks like opponent is making Kid Kalos. Okay, well we were supposed to ban that, but we did go second, so sometimes you go second and you can't ban Tearlaments in time. I bet like that's how Konami's feeling right now. Tearlaments doing more wombo combos. Getting the Rhino Heart. Opponent, you're gonna hit by Sphere Mode Raw. You don't overextend like this. Making it real close. Gonna negate a summon. Effect that summons. Making Sprite Elf. Very nice. Excuse me, opponent. What is this? What is this? I don't think I support what you're doing here with the Cyberstein. This usually means nonsense is about to happen. Opponent. Summoning an Exterio. This says that when a spell trap is activated, you can banish a card from your graveyard, send the top card of your deck to the graveyard, negate the activation, and destroy it. And it says once per turn, right? Right, Konami? Right? Once per turn? No, it doesn't say once per turn. It says you can do this as many times, which means this card, this card, this card just got deleted from our hand. Looks like we're the ones getting put on the ban list. Oh, opponent is making a Dweller. Well, maybe they forget to activate the Dweller in standby phase. Okay, opponent remembered to activate the Dweller. And we literally have no place because all our spells are negated. Looks like, even if you live the dream, sometimes Tearlaments gets its revenge. These things happen. Let's go on to the next game. Alright. We got Fossil Dig, we got Foolish, we got Max C. Let's show off the ultimate combo. Rainbow Bridge. Go to the graveyard. Activate. Search for the elephant. Search for the diagram. Fossil Dig gonna get us the Oviraptor. Summon it. Opponent hitting us with the Max C. Well, we have Max C in hand, but I think it's worth it. Call by the Grave. Negate. Opponent, no cards for you. We will not allow it. This is Dino time. This is our time to shine. Let's see if our opponent is playing Tearlaments. See if we can put him on the ban list. Add that Mist to hand. Diagram gonna pop. And we're gonna get greedy here. Pop the Mist. We could have popped the Max C because we know it's dead on their turn, but you know what? We're gonna pop the Mist. You can activate in the graveyard. Listogram, it's time to ban Tearlaments. Pop in the baby. Pop in that Mammoth that we added to hand. And let's take a peek. Opponent is actually playing sprites, so we're gonna ban Masquerena, Zeus, and the Underworld Goddess because they had 2 copies of every other sprite card. So a bit immune to the Listogram. Only really works if opponent's playing 1 copy of things. So that's why it hits Tears so well. Baby gonna summon from the deck Petit Pteranodon. We're gonna pop it. Summon the Misk from the graveyard. Summon a Giant Rex. Make an IP Masquerena. Misk gonna banish itself to add the Alio to the field. We're gonna make a Baron. We're gonna make a Sprite Elf using the Masquerena means it can't be destroyed by card effects. Activate, get our Petit Pteranodon back on the field. Sprite Elf, very good card in Dinosaurs. Let's pop our baby. Get ourselves another Misk on the field. And you know what? Now we're set up. We got lots of things to do. Opponent, summoning a Sprite Blue, and we're gonna get spin an IP Masquerena. Link off into the Nightmare Unicorn. We're gonna discard this useless Max C, spin that Sprite Blue. Opponent has no way to start their plays, and they are out of here. Sprite's getting wrecked by Dinosaurs. Let's go on to the next game. Alright, we got one last game here. Then we'll get on to the deck list. Hope you enjoyed today's Dino Fest. I am a big fan of dinosaur decks. So if you like dinosaur decks, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and maybe I'll make more dinosaur decks in the future. We're going to activate our Misk. I ended up cutting Dogoran from the deck. It is searchable Kaiju, but often it's not worth it. Better to have more extender plays. Double Evil Pill. Going to get us the Archosaur. And this is some sloppy board making. This is some sloppy board making on my part. Going into the Sprite Elf, there was definitely a better way to do that line. We could have used those bodies for more things, but you know what? We're here to have fun. Let's make the Babysaurus. Activate the Evil Pill. Banish that Masquerena, and you see how sloppy that was? If we just link this Archosaur off into any random monster, we could have left that Masquerena in the graveyard, and then we could have resummoned it with Sprite Elf. What am I doing? I'm doing nonsense plays. That's why we saved this one for last. Let's get that Giant Rex back on the field. And this board is sloppy, but we do have the Ultimate Conductor, and we have a Misk in hand to protect. Opponent playing Runix. Gonna Droplet, making our monster undestroyable just to banish cards for value. Slumber. That's the one that does that. I don't know what the Runic cards do. Opponent Pot of Greeting. Drawn 2. Activating Flashing Fire. Targeting our Sprite Elf, but it does nothing. Didn't destroy the monster, didn't mill any cards. Well, what's going on? Well, we made Sprite Elf using IP Masquerena, which means he can't be destroyed. And if the monster's not destroyed, you don't banish any cards. Opponent skips their battle phase, passes to us, and concedes to the might of our beautiful Dinosaurs. Love to see it. Let's go on to the deck list. Alright, here it is. Anti-tier Dinosaurs. We are going to use this deck to put Tears back on the ban list, and I hope you enjoy as well. Alright, we got one singular Alio in Prismatic if you can afford it. Archosaur, triple babies, and we're just maxing the babies because we want as many Earth monsters as possible. Triple Babysaurus, 2 Max C. You can even play 3 Max C because he is an Earth monster. You can pop him. Max C showing his value. Triple Petit Pteranodon, 2 Ash Blossoms, 1 Giant Rex. This card is amazing. Beautiful Crystal Beast, Earth Crystal Beast monster. You pop it with your Lithogram. Triple Misk. Thank you, Konami, for unbanning my Oviraptor. Back when I originally pulled from this set, I pulled 3 Oviraptors, and I never decrafted it because I knew one day Konami would make the right choice, unbanning the Oviraptor. We got triple Lithogram. This is the key. This is how you ban Tearlaments. You got to make sure you pop 2 Earth monsters from your hand or field. Then you get the lithogram effect to ban Tearlaments. Banish 3 monsters with different names from your opponent's extra deck. It's beautiful. We got 2 Conductor Tyrannos. We got Terraforming to search for our limited 1 Draconic Diagram. This lets you pop a card on the field or in your hand to search for your way to ban Tearlaments. That's why we got it in here. So that's why we got Terraforming. We got 2 double Evil Pills, triple Fossil Dig, triple Foolish, and I showed you. This is so you send the Rainbow Bridge to the graveyard. Get yourself the Crystal Beast, get yourself the Diagram, get poppin'. Alright. We also got a single copy of Lost World. Very good in Dinosaurs. If you're, maybe when Tears are gone, it'll be worth playing this at 3. Getting rid of the Diagram, but we'll see. We got 2 Call by the Graves. We got a Cross Out Designate, and that Bridge. In the extra, Baron, Swordsoul, Psychic and Punisher. You can use your Alio and your Ultimate Conductor to make this boy. We got Lagia, Dolka, we got Beast Dweller, we got Zeus, we got Link Karibo, we got Secure Gardener, we got Nightmare Phoenix, we got Pentastag. Always try and make sure to summon your Ultimate Conductor below the link zone so Pentastag can be used to give him piercing battle damage because he's a big boy, he deals a lot of damage. IP Masquerena, we got Spray Elf, we got Nightmare Unicorn, and an Underworld Goddess. Alright, hope you liked the video. Let me know what you want to see next. But next time, I'll probably be doing the Attribute Festival, so make sure you come back, check that out. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a good night.